Hey everyone, Clark here, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back, and this is Zombies Replay Episode 7. As you know, we've been through Shinonuma, we've been through Darice, we covered the whole of World at War Zombies going back through the last previous episodes of Call of Duty World at War Zombies. We had Too Bad for Xbox on 2 episodes, which was Nact and Darice. We had Expert Fusion on Shinonuma, and we had Newbie Gaming on Verrupt. And as right now, for BO1, we done Kino to Tone with Turbo. And now, for this episode, we have MagnaCollider15. Alright lads, so today we are doing it with MagnaCollider15. Would you like to introduce yourself, my guy?
Hi everybody, this is Magna here. Yeah, I'm joined with, I'm with Clarky today. So that'll be interesting.
It's gonna be very interesting. So if you guys haven't watched the series so far, we go on the map for 30 minutes, a new zombies YouTuber, or possibly the same one like we did in Darice. We do a new map, give it our review and our opinion, just inspired by the Smith Places Zombies Retrospective and Tim Hansen's Zombies Map Review. Every episode we get a new zombies YouTuber. Sometimes we'll have the same one, but most of the time it will be a new one, and in our case we have MagnaCollider15. His Twitch link and his YouTube link will be in the description below, so go subscribe to the Mad Lad. Magna is going to be the person joining me for 5 today. We'll be playing the map for 5 minutes, we'll be talking about it, I've got the questions up and stuff, and yeah, are you ready to go, Magna?
Yes.
Alright, let's go, so. Alright, so as soon as we load in, I will start a 30-minute timer, I'll ask the questions, and just say whatever. You can go on for as long as you want. Just we only have the 30-minute timer, so yeah, that's really it. Alright, so the 30-minute timer, if it will work. Yep, 30-minute timer is starting now. I will ask the questions now, and let's get right into it. So, for your first time playing 5, Magna, what was your experience? Like, what did you feel when you first played 5? Like, how did you feel about it?
Man, okay, so I don't. Most anybody probably won't know if they don't know anything about me before. But I started on BO3, so let's get that out of the way.
Oh.
But the first time I played 5. Oh man. So I bought all the games back, so I kind of did revisionist history and played them.
Okay.
5 has always been I've always felt like and said that 5 was like the hardest map I ever play.
Really?
Because like it's just one of those maps that like I can get down to like the war room, I can get down to power. Getting down there takes so much, getting the points, accumulating those, and then you buy the MPL, off the wall, and that's a good weapon to have. But then by the time I get the power on and try to get, up the elevator and back in the war room, I always have trouble like surviving down in the land. So this has always been a really hard map for me. Big time.
Wow, okay, very interesting. Like, my first personal experience with 5, like, obviously I grinded out the hell on Kino. Like, I didn't play 5 for, like, bloody a week when, like, Black Ops 1 released, because I was always hooked on Kino, loved the Thunder Gun, everything about Kino. And I was like, well, you know what, we've got the other map 5, haven't played that before, so let's give it a shot. I love the characters, honestly, like with Fidel Castro and stuff and JFK Kennedy. Honestly, I love the characters a lot. The map itself being in the Pentagon is definitely really, really cool. Like 5, classified I should say. Like you see the back rooms within Spawn that was originally unclassified. Like going back there would be really, really cool. And there is a specific PC mod. Talking about like Nova 6 or whatever. I just wish they'd done something like that, but yet again, the first ever main Easter egg was introduced in Ascension, so you never expected much, you just expected a cool map with a tiny bit of storyline. It was in the Pentagon, you got Fidel Castro and stuff, you got cool cast. Honestly, it was just a really simple map. You got the introduction to the Winter's Hill, which I didn't. Yeah, we're going to pass on the Winter's Hill for the BO1 version. But all in all, like, I think the Black Ops 1 version of 5, or just 5 as a whole, I thought it was alright. It's not the worst map, not like the best, but it's like, if anything, I'd go back to 5 to play with like a bunch of friends, like a transit kind of. Because within Transit Black Ops 2, like, I don't find it fun solo, unless like something changes, which hopefully for Call of Duty 2020. Just Transit's always fun to play with friends, but like when I play 5, like I can have fun solo, definitely, but just, I don't know, just playing it with friends and stuff, especially like 4-player, is definitely really, really fun to me. So yeah, that's really all I got to say about 5 and my first personal experience about it. It's just a simple based map, and like when I first explored the whole map, like the Pentagon Thief, I actually got creeped out a bit when I first saw him. Definitely not like the scariest boss, but it was just a bit creepy how the fact that like just a mad scientist is roaming around chasing you and he bloody attacks you and stuff, so it's kind of really, really creepy a bit, but oh no, I thought it was really, really cool.
I was gonna say too, Clark. Yeah, I do love the intro. Other than gameplay, because I really only stated gameplay, but yeah, I really do love the characters. I always like the like celebrity type characters, or in this case, these were like former presidents and then Casper. But you know, that's I thought that was really neat. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely really cool, and that's why I give like big respects for 5. And like, it's probably my favorite thing about 5, the characters as a whole. Like, I like the gameplay of 5, yeah, like playing the map, but just something about the characters in that intro cutscene is just, it's really cool. It's really cool, honestly. And like, back when like Z House was a thing, Pat would normally give his like 5 quotes and stuff. It's like, I don't know, man, just 5 is like really special to me in my opinion. I don't know if it's just me, but like just that intro cutscene and the characters, I just find it really, really cool. And that's basically all I can say about 5, to be honest. So we're going to talk about the things that we don't necessarily like about 5. If there's nothing that you don't like about 5, you don't need to answer, just say the words. But if there is nothing that you don't like, then just shout out. So yeah, is there anything that you don't necessarily like about 5, Magna?
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I think it's mostly like. I think the thing I don't like is that yeah, you're right. It's very hard solo. Like, I mean, I like that. I like maps that are challenging solo, but I think the 2-hit system, along with just the fact that 5, like I said, I think back in the day, like with Black Ops 1 and 2, buying, having to spend a lot of points, but having to like, decide whether, you're going to buy these doors or you're going to buy a weapon, they really made you progress, which was good. You couldn't just get everything at, your hands like a PS4. But I think it's just those kind of things, because I wasn't used to coming in that age where it was a 2-hit system. These maps, to me, I feel like are very much more like, yeah, they're basic, but they're very tough, because they actually make you work for the rounds, they make you work for your weapons, they make you work to get to new areas. I can respect all of it, but man, 5 is just, ooh. And then the Winter's Howl doesn't really help. It's a cool gun, but it's not very effective.
Yeah, not very effective in BO1, and like as soon as like I heard like 5 was getting a remaster in BO4, the first thing at the top of my head was like, if they don't buff this shit, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this remaster. But like I said within the Kino episode, the thing I personally don't like about 5 is probably the Nova Colors. Like, the Pentagon Thief can be annoying as shit, like he is right now. He just stole my HS10. But all in all, just the Nova Colors are definitely really annoying. This dude just stole your weapon. But I do really like the Pentagon Thief. I don't think he is a complete pain in the ass, but it's like, it can be like really annoying. But if anything, I definitely say the Nova Colors are more annoying than the Pentagon Thief. It's just, I don't know, man, just really, not really difficult, it's just can be a pain in the ass. And like, Nova Colors are the things that can block you away and stuff. And like 5, like the 3rd floor, it's like all cornered and stuff, like not like Verrucks and stuff. It's like, I don't want to say it's very tight cornered, but it's like cornered to the point where like you could get screwed over. And that's why I really like what they did with the 2nd floor, because the 2nd floor you could just train up there and stuff and chill out. And then as for the 1st floor, that's basically the same how I feel with the 3rd floor. But apart from that, that's really it. Pentagon Thief, he just stole a fucking weapon, so he's on our shit list. And just in general, I just think the Nova Colors are annoying. Like, I can understand why they're on 5, because like it took place right after Kino, or sometime around about Kino, I don't know. They were released at the same time, so I'm going to guess that. But either way, just 5 doesn't seem like the map to have Nova Colors, but in Classified, they do feel like they have to be in there, and we just fucking died on us. But when it comes to the Nova Crawlers, it feels right on Black Ops 4, but Black Ops 1.5, it doesn't feel right to me. I don't know if that is just me, but hey, there's really not all I can say about the fact that the Nova Crawlers are annoying as shit. So yeah,
that's another point I have too to the map. It's just the kind of the downside that I found with 5 was that the reason it was also so tough was because by the time you got to the labs and you got power on, then the Nova Crawlers are out there, and it's just like it makes this game so much harder. You already got a 2-hit system. Zombies are already at you. I still feel like in these zombies, like they not like really like World of War, but they can still kind of like pull you in a way, you know, like you get too close to them. Kind of go magnet to them, and then you have something that's on the ground, so you're actually literally having to cover the ground but cover in front of you. So you have zombies that are tall, but you have Nova Crawlers that are actually huge. And it's just really hard. It makes this map just super hard. I mean, Classified, it's balanced because, you know, BO4 is just...
Yeah, BO4's system takes like place between BO3, because BO3 is like super easy with its goblins, so Black Ops 4 definitely has that. I personally say like Black Ops 4 is easier than harder than BO3. Some people say it's easier, but I don't know, just like without like the perk that we all know from BO3 compared to the perk that's within BO4, it's like, I don't know, but yeah, it's just whatever at the end of the day, and like there's really nothing else I can say, so yeah. Moving on, what are the things that you do like about 5? Like, what is like the top thing that you do like about 5?
Because it is kind of, it's particularly like interesting with 5. It is such a small map. I mean, I do think Pack-a-Punch is pretty cool how they integrated that. Man, there's nothing that really like stands out to me that I really hate. Like, I know that, like, going from this to BO4's Classified, I love the fact that they made the Winter's Howl, like, really good. Because then it makes, like, I already thought the Winter's Howl was really cool. So I guess I could say the Winter's Howl is probably my favorite part of 5. It's just, it's not good. But it's cool, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
But other than that, like, I mean, I think... Maybe just like I said, the intro cutscene, they always make really good cutscenes. 5's really good.
Yeah.
And I do like that you're in the Pentagon. That is kind of like creepy. Like you're in, like, you know, you're just there, like with just zombies. You know, that's pretty creepy. Like you're holding fort down, like in the Pentagon. Like everyone else is dead. It's just everyone's zombies. So that's kind of. I think those are like the real highlights. I think that's what I think I like the most about it.
Honestly, I can definitely agree with like the whole Winter Soul thing. Even though it's like not the best wonder weapon, it's definitely really, really cool. Again, I said this on like the first question with the first personal experience with 5. The characters are like probably one of my favourite set of characters ever. It's sad to see that we probably won't ever get them again, but man, it was cool, like these characters. And like you said, the intro cutscene as well, just, man, it was really, really amazing. Just, the characters are really really cool. And again, there's really nothing else I can say about 5, but like, just something about the characters are just really, really cool. Again, I've said that way too many times, and people are going to hate me in the comments, but just really, really love the gist of the characters. So, yeah, that's really all I can say about 5. With the next question, what would you add or change to the map? So, by add, you mean everything right now that is in 5 just stays as it is, but you add in some things. Or, for changes wise, you just, the map won't stay the same, you just change about the map as a whole. So, yeah. What would you change or add?
Man, like, very, very good. Because, like, I'd love to, like, say that I'd love to add more hits, you know, or, like, take away the Pentagon Thief. But then again, like, take away the Pentagon Thief, take away 2-hit system in BO1, it just takes away, like, the integrity of the game. I feel like if I want to come back to play like hard zombies, like I'm skilled zombies player now, I start on BO3, but I come back to BO like War to War to BO2. I just feel like, and BO2 is not necessarily as tough. I just feel War to War and BO1 can be very, very tricky. You don't really want to. I mean, unless you started out in the OG days when it came out, then you're good. But I wouldn't say for someone right now starting into zombies, don't start out on like War to War BO1 unless you just want to have a tough time. But yeah, I mean, if I could add anything though to 5, I mean, maybe like taking away the Nova Crawler, just taking away something. I'd like to take those out. If I added anything, I'd like to, I guess, make the Winter's Howl better. at least, I mean, or like someone said, like possibly they said that the Thunder Gun could have possibly been the actual wonder weapon of this map, and if it was, that would have been really neat. I would have actually liked that, like having the Winter's Howl and the Thunder Gun. Maybe that way it's balanced. I want that one, but you have a really good one that you can possibly get. Just make it really rare. Wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
You have like, you know, a little bounce.
Wow, that's really interesting. I never knew the Thunder Gun was actually supposed to be in this master. That's really interesting. The one thing like I would change, and I'm going to take classified into effect here, because like we're now in the BO4 era, almost like Call of Duty 2020 era. I definitely get rid of the Nova Crawlers, and specifically BO1 version here. We're not talking about classified, because classified it feels good, like perfect to have the Nova Crawlers on, but like 5, like BO1 5, it just doesn't feel right. That's something I'd like personally change, and honestly I'd feel like a bit more like comfortable with. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't mind the Nova Crawlers being on 5, but it's like it is definitely something I would change like a lot. And then like when it comes to your point about buffing the what's it called, the Winter's Howl, I would definitely buff the Winter's Howl if we were still in the BO1 era, but the fact that we're now in like BO4 and stuff, it's already been buffed. But yeah, again, if they did go back to BO1 to change some stuff, buffing the Winter's Howl would be up there, definitely. And just, oh no, that's really it, to be honest. I'd like an Easter egg. I did mention this in Kino, because if you guys don't know, and I did mention this in the Varrocked episode, when it came to Kino, the way Ultimus went to Ascension, what they did, there's a lunar lander outside of Kino, and they took that to head to Ascension. And if there was some Easter egg ending with the 5 characters, I definitely do that. And again, like I said specifically on like the Nact and Varrocked episode and like most of the World at War episodes, that I wouldn't mind a Bible ending, but 5 though, like 5, I wouldn't mind the Bible ending. And the reason why, if you guys don't know that I said Bible endings on World at War maps like Nact and Varrocked is because 1, World at War customs is a thing, and most World at War customs is Bible endings, so it would be suitable. And it's also the fact that like it's a really, really old map, and like if Zombie Chronicles had Bible endings with Nact and Varrocked and Shinonuma, like only those 3 maps because it's on World at War maps, I wouldn't mind it. I personally wouldn't mind that being like a thing. But for the rest of the BO1 maps, apart from 5, I just wouldn't mind a Bible ending on 5. It would just suit it to me, in my opinion, unless I'm like completely fucking stupid. I really, really would not mind 5 having a Bible ending at all, so that's that. So Magna, I'm going to take a guess that you're not a storyline person like me, but if there's any storyline, and this is optional, you don't need to say anything here, if there is any storyline stuff that you know about 5, would you like to share, or no? It's up to you if you do know storyline. If you don't, that's okay.
I was gonna say, Clarky, because I when I got into Zombies period on BO3, I did come into playing the game. I played a little bit, I think, on BO1 when I didn't realize that that's like I was playing something I actually really liked. But I did get into like, you know, the YouTube, and I got really into the storyline as well as the gameplay, because that's kind of what intrigued me when I played Shadows. I was like, man, I want to know all about this. Like, what's gonna happen? Scared, you know, and then I just naturally progressed. I kept watching videos and get into the lore. For this map, I don't know. Although I know some, mainly because of the Fenorian, or the, you know,
Mhm.
the timeline that Jason gave, and then also just the
Yeah.
YouTube talk. But for 5 specifically, I don't know like a lot. So I couldn't probably too good of anything, you know. I know that, like I said, they're, you know, stuck in there, and I think McNamara, isn't he like the last of the survivors? And he's in the closet.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's one of the last survivors.
Yeah. So I think we hear that in a radio, and what was that? Was that in BO4?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was on BO4.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. I like how they kind of go back to 5 in that way. That was really
Yeah, because within Classified, like when Classified first got announced, they said, "Oh, we're going to tie up like most of the loose ends within 5 and like most of the questions," and that's why there is loads of radios within 5. That is one of the reasons. They did tie up lots of loose ends, like you said. One of the characters are within one of the doors within 5 and stuff. So yeah, you're definitely right about that. And I honestly found it really interesting. As soon as I heard there was a Nova Easter egg and I heard that for the first time, I was like, no way he's alive. Like, it was just really interesting to see like where the characters went. Like, as soon as like I never saw the characters come back in like Black Ops 2 and stuff, or the rest of the DLC, I just had a gut feeling that like they died. But if anything, I could see like 1 or 2 people surviving, but like that's really it, to be honest. But apart from that, there's really nothing else like when it comes to storyline. And like when I ask these questions, and this is just for future episodes and a reminder for people, if anything, I'm probably not going to say anything about storyline because I know jack shit about the storyline apart from like some Black Ops 3 and 4. But like when it comes to like BO1, World War 1, BO2, I'm completely lost. So there's really nothing else I can say. But like you said, that is definitely really interesting to hear that. And like Classified did definitely tie up some loose ends with 5 and stuff, unless I'm completely stupid, but yeah, I definitely agree with that all the way.
See, I was gonna say, like, I mean, I think I definitely, like, at the time with 5, it was one of those maps that you really didn't know much more deeper than just the base map. So, like, you know what I mean? Until really BO4, you really don't know, like, the whole like backstory to what happened to, you know, everybody. They lived, they died, who died. Which was really what was neat about like how BO3 and Revelations, between Revelations and BO4, like it was pretty cool that like Jason and Craig really tried to tie up those things, parts of the story that just were never explained because like I guess they were never intended. Because 5 is kind of like that one-off map. At the time, they didn't probably realize what the story would be.
Yeah, because Black Ops 4 mainly did focus on story, so if you're ever into the zombies like lore, like Black Ops 4 is the game. Like Black Ops 4 does have some gameplay aspects, but personally I'd say BO3 mainly focused on gameplay over storyline. But as Black Ops 4, they mainly focused on storyline over gameplay. But apart from that, that's really it. But I really did what they did with 5 and stuff. Like as soon as they were bringing it back, I was like, I don't know. And then like when I started to play the map, I was like, damn, this is like probably one of my favorite maps on BO4 and release and stuff. And the same went for my friend, because one of my friends, he really did like 5. And honestly, 5's just one of those maps, again, where it's like, you'd hop on sometimes, but then after that, I just wouldn't hop on it for like a long while. Unless like I was doing it for streamer stuff, but that's it.
Exactly. That's kind of like how I am with like this map, like certain maps that like I don't necessarily want to play them a lot. Like when I'm in the mood, I guess I'll play them. But like otherwise, yeah, unless I have a really like a want to like go like, oh man, I just want to come back and play 5 just for the heck of it, see how I do. Otherwise, yeah, I kind of like I like taking time away from some maps that I don't play as much or like to play as much. Coming back, kind of does feel refreshing.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like a fun map to really, like I said, challenge your skills and You want to see how good you are. I mean, I feel like, I mean, you got a training area, you got the war room, nice, but I'm still with those Novacrawlers and zombies, and just the feel, like it feels, you know, this isn't as smooth as BO3, BO4, you know, just everything about it. You know, come back to this and have some fun.
So if 5 did come back, right, or classified, well, we're not going to say classified, we'll just say 5. If 5 came back, would you be fine with it or no? It can either be a remake, which basically like it can be a remake or a remaster.
Ooh, okay, right. So it's straight up. Well, okay. Let's say they go the route that they just remaster it, since I guess they've been classified, which is. I guess they kind of altered it because the pack punch.
Yeah.
So I'd say remastered. If they remastered 5, if they kept it exactly the same, meaning the Winter's House still bad, and I think it would really look cool. I think it'd be really nice aesthetically. I would like to see it like remastered. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing maps remastered. Obviously, I mean, I take that loosely. Like, I mean, in other words, like, I guess I don't want Treyarch to just keep selling remasters. As far as, I mean, unless it's an added DLC, I want it to be a part of the season. But if it was just added, I'd try it out. I think it'd be neat. I think gameplay would probably be a little better too, because oh wow, just stole my that's cool. And he's slow. What is this? Okay, now he's fast. But yeah, I think it'd be kind of interesting. I do. I think it'd be interesting to have remastered, just for that specifically. You know, seeing it on an engine now, and it'd be smoother playing it. I think a lot more people might even have more fun on it.
Yeah.
Might be some other things, you know, depending on. I think it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, like I can understand that. Like if 5 got a remaster, I wouldn't mind it personally. Like, we'd get the characters back, but yeah, again, like that would cost a lot of budget because like these characters are like historical characters and stuff, so it would cost like a lot. But yeah, again, I personally wouldn't mind a full-on remaster. Yeah, a bit of changes when it comes to like the Winter's Howl and stuff happening. Buff that up and that, but apart from that, that's really it. And like as for a remake, I'd add in a lot more rooms and just like I add in a new Easter egg. Like as much as I don't mind the classified Easter egg getting to 150 because like it's good for high round people, you will be rewarded with something. And I did like the end cutscene. It's just there should have been something else. Like I can understand like maybe the reason why they decided to do like high round Easter egg was due to the fact that like classified, yeah, they made it more bigger compared to 5, but it would still be a bit small. So maybe like the Easter egg would have been fast. But yeah, again, like some people say like Project Scary should have been like the proper Easter egg instead of just getting to around 150, which I don't mind getting to around 150, but it's like, who wants to do that 24/7? Like, if you're doing a Black Ops 4 Zombies Marathon, it's like, do you want to get to around 150? Like, I'd be skipping that. Or, honestly, probably what I do is just do Project Scary. I'm not going to around 150. So, yeah, and we got to around 11. We went up! We improved, lads. So, for a rating out of 10, what would you rate 5? And a reason why?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. That's very funny, but I don't know. Like, I mean, it's like because I would associate 5 out of 5, or not 5 out of 5, my bad. Or
yeah.
Even it's out of 10. 5 out of 10, my bad. A 5 out of 10 because it's just to me very average. It's not one of my personal favorites as far as the gameplay. I may love the aesthetic and the Winter's Howl, the characters. Because Treyarch always did, but I'd give it like a 5 because I can still play it every now and then, but it's not one that I'm gonna constantly go back to.
I'm probably gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because most of the time now I'm either playing Exos, IW, World War II, BO3, BO4 because like that's mainly on my PlayStation. Most of the time I am on my PlayStation. But like, if I was ever to come back to 5, I'd really want to have a good 4-player game, you know, because like I've seen 4-player gameplay of like 5 when it came to like the Z House ranking every single like zombies map, and it looked really fun to play 4-player. So I'd be down for that. And like 5, like you said, it is simplistic, but you can have some fun with it. 30-minute timer done. So yeah, lads. So this was Zombies Replay episode 7 with the mad lad himself, MagnaCollider, dolphin diving like he is right now. But yeah, lads, so Magda, I just want to say thank you for hopping on for the 7th episode of Zombies Replay. And lads, if you do want to see MagnaCollider come back in a future episode, let me know in the comment section down below, and he might be coming back in a future episode. But yeah, this was Zombies Replay episode 7. Magda, again, thank you for joining me on this episode. Next episode will be on Ascension. I will not be doing it on BO1, but we will mainly be talking about on the BO1 version. So yeah, but guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, check out Magna in the description below, check out his Twitch, check out his YouTube. Does a lot of amazing content in there, and the Zomcast, the Zom Squad podcast that he does with Zed Mad Lobster and Spike. So go check that out, really recommended podcast. But anyways guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video live stream, boys. Goodbye.